I, along with 1,000 other players, participated in one of the largest civilization events on YouTube. Split between the harsh wastelands of Island 1 and the rich paradise of Island 2, each player must do whatever it takes to survive. That's right, because when you die, you are dead. The full story of the Commonwealth has yet to be explained. What went wrong? 5 nations brought together under the guise of unity and a hope that could have seen them stand the test of time. This is the story of a nation's downfall like no other. This is the story of the Gauntlet and the Commonwealth.
To understand the Gauntlet, we have to go way back to Ish's prison experiment, where the group was first and formally known as the Invisible Hand. There isn't much footage captured during this time, except for this one clip that has been kept safe in the annals of their history.
Capitalism guides the selfish into selflessness.
The Invisible Hand used their shared accommodation of the prison to spread their ideals of capitalism to other inmates, until, on the final day, the walls of the prison were unmade, their shackles were broken. The word of the Invisible Hand was no longer bound and could spread to all corners of the known world. And that is how the Gauntlet was made. A militia inspired by the words of our great prophet 20JP, a vision that saw to live on for many events to come.
I spawned on the luscious beaches of Island 2, filled with jungles and nothing but green as far as the eye can see. I decided to keep close to my spawn and follow the ocean north, where I met with a friendly face and member of the Gauntlet, Timebomb, who was more than happy to hook me up with some starter gear and other various items he had found. The first few moments of the server were a struggle, no doubt, but as the server stabilised and more people began to join, we followed the coordinates given to us and met with the rest of the Gauntlet and the Commonwealth. The 2 leaders of the Gauntlet were our prophet 20JP and Phoebas, our vizier, who'd already helped in getting makeshift farms up and running. The Commonwealth as a whole made up quite a large portion of the server population, and hunger could surely become a hefty problem. To put myself to work, I jumped headfirst into the ocean, only to find there wasn't much local fish life in the area, but nonetheless I grabbed what I could, and after met with Cosmic Chrome, where we made boats and explored a bit further out of Commonwealth lands. When we returned, things were progressing nicely. Some animals had been brought back and foundations for some buildings were made, but our spirits were lifted by a special guest who came down from above and wished our growing nation well before mysteriously disappearing into thin air. After things were calming down, I took a moment to visit Ascoria, another nation inside the Commonwealth who had established a makeshift embassy on the beach. Their people seemed friendly enough, and everything was starting to take decent shape early into the event. I then stepped away to do some personal mining as people were flooding the nearby mines closer to home, and it wouldn't take long for me to find iron and shortly after gear myself up with diamonds. Returning to the surface, I wanted to meet up again with Timebomb and repay him for the help he was so generous to give me not so long ago. Further down the hill, I had my first encounter with the Gauntlet's one and only Bingo's Bread. The owner, Bingo, wasted no time in building his shop and harvesting his very first batch of Bingo's Mounted Bread. I, of course, was more than happy to help his venture, but then before we knew it, the server was about to close and the Commonwealth gathered in the centre to see out a very successful day 1. Everyone shields in, shields in, shields in, shields in.
Shields in. Have a good night.
Commonwealth! Woo!
This is sort of awkward waiting now we've done our little...
I logged on day 2 to see a nationwide meeting was already underway to discuss a potential move to a new base. That was when we were visited by our man from above for the second time, who gave us a boost in confidence.
All you need to know is Mykonos is the best.
Gauntlet! Woo!
Although as the meeting progressed, there was already early signs of miscommunication between certain members.
We didn't agree to that. We were unaware of the decision when it was being made.
Agreed. We were in a big
Yes.
PC.
Wolfram did.
Stage with the entire country. So all of, if you didn't attend, I cannot. It's your fault. You could have. You had every opportunity to.
When was it?
voice your-
After the meeting, I returned to Bingo's Bread, where Bingo was hard at work introducing himself and, of course, selling bread to Gauntlet members.
One will get you 4 bread.
Make it
You'll-
5.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the bread store. Making bread.
I don't have that amount of money to...
This is the Gauntlet, huh? This is the Gauntlet.
Bingo ventured out into the village and thought of more ways to branch out his business, with a slightly more direct approach to advertisement.
I just kind of.
Bread! Come get your bread!
Selling bread, 1 iron, 2 bread, cheap bread, bigger bread.
You guys know what you need more than tools? Bread. Come get your bread. Come buy some bread.
Yeah, I got some wheat over there. How much is bread?
Guys, it's actually 1 iron for 2 bread.
That's a fucking lot!
Well, in times like this, you know. Come on, guys, it's not that big of a price.
In times
Just-
like this, we focus on the government farm over there.
The what?
Mountain bread.
Sounds like the communist farm
No,
to
no,
me.
no, 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 no.
That does sound like a communist.
The new
Zuck93 hopped on board this business trend, although his neighbour didn't take too well to this sudden business rival, sparking capitalistic banter between the two.
Do you need baked potatoes? Yes. They're fresh.
Look at that. Good business. Thank you for your business.
What? 1 iron gives you 3 baked potatoes. That's a steal. Sure.
These big potatoes are communist. I've seen them grow. They're communist.
Not long after, I went back into the mines and did a little mining off camera. I was able to gather just short of a full set of diamond armour. When I returned to the surface, I found that Phoebaz, 20JP, and other Gauntlet members had come back from a long expedition around the island, along with vital information.
We found a very good, very high spot, but we had to get Sits to agree to it. A lot of spots we looked at had people living there, so to not be intrusive, I think we have narrowed it down to one place.
We were discussing how to wrap up the day. Someone from the high-ranking position within the Commonwealth had other ideas, which would throw everyone through one big loop.
Where is
Everyone's
everyone?
leaving. They're leaving.
Where are they going?
Pack all your stuff.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know.
Wait, what? We're leaving now? Are we moving? Are we hearing things that we're moving?
Yeah, we're moving.
What's the codes?
0-1200.
Yep.
Grab anything you can and make a boat chest too.
Coraline, the leader of Ascoria and member of the Commonwealth Council, made an unexpected call to change locations by sending a set of coordinates to who knew where. So we loaded up storage boats and set sail. But what we didn't know is not everyone knew of this development, and many who were still inside the Commonwealth were left behind. And then we would get a warning that would make everything worse.
What's the bad news?
Bad news, zombie apocalypse.
It's gonna be something bad. It's gonna be like something really bad.
There's sharks in the water.
Oh no.
Bad news, the sun's going down for the first. Alright, go. It's fine.
Wait, where'd everyone else go?
We're gonna have. Oh, shit.
Are they back here? I don't know, they might have just continued onwards.
We scrambled onto land and reunited with other people, hoping to find some shelter in nearby settlements, but Bingo had other things on his mind.
I miss your island.
Hold on. Guys, can you stay here? I want to go try sell some bread to these.
No, we don't have time. The sun's setting.
The group made the decision to go for one final push towards the coordinates, just before the sun went down. We were filled with hope when we found actual signs of life, but we quickly realised these were not our people. This was a complete other group who were also preparing for the first night.
I could trade some. Guys, where are we going? Where are you guys going?
The town's evacuating.
I'm gonna just stay with the people because there's a higher chance.
We opted to follow the group who led us to a large cave where we would try our luck persuading them to let us stay the night.
Wait, who's Commonwealth?
Us. We're
Okay, I thought you guys traveled back. Filter.
Huh?
Yeah, so these are the Scarlet Mines.
Oh.
Okay, these are the Scarlet Mines. As long as nothing happens, like, you guys are free to come seek shelter for, like...
We followed the group down, still keeping somewhat cautious of what we would find in the cave, but they kept to their word, and the hospitality of this nation was incredible. Not only that, but this is what a nation could do, given they could work together and communicate what they really wanted. I couldn't help but be impressed about what they had achieved in such a short space of time, and hoped that one day this could be the Commonwealth. The sun rose and the event day was coming to an end. We went to the surface but were still unaware of the whereabouts of everyone else. The decision making of one of our councillors caused a backlog of delays in our nation's development, and was the first time the Gauntlet began to ask questions of our leaders. I logged in and went straight back to the Commonwealth, where most of our people had managed to find their way home. Unfortunately, due to the failed migration yesterday, the Commonwealth was already far behind the progress that other major Island 2 nations were making. Putting that aside, I went to check on other Gauntlet members, where timebomb informed me that 20JP was beginning the construction of our monument, which was planned to be the hotspot of our people. The capital for the Commonwealth, also known as the Acropolis, had also begun construction. I then checked in on Zuck and found out that he and Bingo, the rival business owners, had decided to put an end to their differences and come together, constructing the new and improved Bingo's Bread Shop. The building was a prime example of what the Invisible Hand religion believed in. Not much else went down on day 3, so I spent the remainder of the day inside the mines making use of the mass amount of diamonds that we were finding. That was until this happened. I didn't get footage of the exact moment, but a high-ranking member of the Commonwealth had just been assassinated, and a nationwide lockdown was called.
What has happened?
Or whatever, was that guy?
Who died?
Commonwealth?
Who died?
The king of Arthon, which Arthon was either exiting or former Commonwealth member, just was assassinated.
As requested, I ran back to the Acropolis, where everyone was meeting. Confusion and hysteria was rampant as manhunts were formed to find the killer.
So, wait, so who was this Rory Can a part of? Do we know?
It sounds like a really
I'm not sure.
advised idea.
He sent no messages on the Discord. I was looking on the Discord, there was nothing on there.
Yeah, he says prefers Island 2, so he's from Island 2, but he was in contact with someone from West Hill.
Okay, so to help you understand the Commonwealth hierarchy, let me explain. The nation had 5 participants: the Gauntlet, Mykonos, Ascoria, Arthon, and finally Aledonia. Each of them had a council person representing them, except the Gauntlet that had 2. These were Phoebaz and 20JP, Sitzkrieg, Coraline, Zekor, and finally Almond. Bear in mind that there were leadership issues early in the event, though this was the final list of councillors. While Wolfram wasn't a councillor, he was still the king of Arthon, a highly influential member of the nation who was now assassinated by a player called Rory Can. The council continued the lockdown due to fears of a second attack.
For the remainder of the day, the Gauntlet stuck together like glue. We wondered between ourselves about the survivability of the Commonwealth, and that apparently there was more to Wolfram's death that met the eye. Coming to the end of day 3, we made a vow, no matter what happened, we would never abandon each other. On day 4, mining within the Combined Nation started to become an issue. Minerals were being stripped faster than we could keep up with, so to combat this we decided to find a new place to mine, and when the server opened, we gathered together and headed to the northern parts of the island where we found an untouched piece of land that we would make our mining encampment. It didn't take us long to get set up and get to work. We dug through most of the day and found lava for lava buckets, and soon enough got plenty of diamonds and even an enchanting table, so we could kit everyone out in fully enchanted diamond armour, making the Gauntlet one of the wealthiest Commonwealth nations. Afterwards, myself and Tiaki went back to the Commonwealth and saw the incredible progress they were making on the Acropolis. We spent the last 30 minutes of the day mingling with the other nations, finally looking forward to a positive and productive end to the day.
Which is going to be happening soon. Where's the perpetrator?
New tomorrow.
Well, I assume that has something to do with everything.
Hello.
Hey.
What?
Hmm?
What just happened?
What do you mean?
Look in the chat.
Wait, what's going? Oh my god! Whoa! Coraline.
Coraline.
Oh my god! Coraline. Coraline died. Coraline was the leader. Oh my god! Coraline died.
In a sudden and unexpected twist, Coraline, the council person for Ascoria, was dead, assassinated along with other important figures of other nations not even in the Commonwealth. The only evidence leading to the culprits was this chant, "To a new tomorrow." The future of Ascoria, like Arthon, now hung in the balance. A second lockdown was called and a second leader killed. We all gathered inside the Acropolis under fears that the Commonwealth was being taken apart one by one. But by who? No one could really say. The only question we could ask ourselves was who would be next. After day 4, extensive investigation went into the death of Coraline. Where she was and how did she die? Well, footage quickly emerged of a leaders' meeting that took place somewhere in Island 2.
Speech. I don't know as much as the rest of my folk in the Commonwealth. I'm just one of the minor.
What happened? What the fuck just happened?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Is anyone alive?
It turns out the meeting was allegedly rigged by a player called Saparata, who was caught fleeing the scene. The recordings came from people who were lucky enough to have survived the assassination attempt. But what about the chanting, you ask? Well, it turns out it was extremely unlucky timing from a group who lived in the south of Island 2 who were celebrating their independence.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ready?
1,
2, 3.
Hell yeah! That's great.
Also, we were able to spread some anti-Aperion propaganda near their logging site. Just a little sign.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Okay,
now it looks like we
coordinated that.
Oh shit! Wait, that does not look good.
Saparata turned himself in with a simple request that a trial be held. Timebomb was named as the judge, and I travelled to the crime scene with him to gain some insight into what actually happened.
Guys, clear away from the chairs. I'm about to pull the lever to see if it works or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works, but obviously the middle ones don't. There's some sort of redstone error, which is why we had survivors from the event.
Throughout the trial, various survivors spoke out against Saparata, including Zekor, the new leader of Arthon.
You at the monsters at the seed. All of the others who were around, murdered, like dripstones falling from the sky. You were watching it.
Now, Zekar, if I might ask you some questions. We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saplerita.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps.
And do you think that based on the size of the ceiling, that anybody could have planned a trap without having access to the design before it was built?
No, I do not believe that.
Given the evidence against him, Saps was not going to go down quietly, pushing the blame onto another group of conspirators.
But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. Leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area, and were the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, Gotoga, Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion. When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most, who I thought had good intentions, used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Despite his pleas, Sap was found guilty and sentenced to death for his crimes. His execution was to be thrown off the Gauntlet monument. All good, right?
Hit him off. Hit him off. Hit him off.
Oh, hey,
Hit him off.
Jesus Christ, guys.
What? He escaped?
Saps? No, wait, he actually escaped? Oh my fucking god, he actually escaped! Oh my god.
The Commonwealth scrambled in all directions to find Saps. I headed to the last place he was spotted and met up with a member of Mykonos, my ducks on Quack, who gave me some context to his escape.
How the fuck did he escape? When?
Dude. Everyone just walked out, right? Everyone that was supposed to escort him. In fact, I literally was like, this is gonna go great. He's literally just gonna run away. And I'm walking with him. I'm like, please follow me, dude.
Well, where did he go?
We start walking, right? We start walking, and he takes off one direction. So I start following him, like, hey, he's running, and everyone's like, wait, he's running? Guys,
where did he go?
Running? I was like,
well, where did he go?
He went further off that direction. There was a handful of people that went on to chase him. I didn't have a boat at the time.
We spent the remainder of the night searching the northern reaches of Island 2. Every house, every suspicious block was not left unturned. However, there was no sign of him. We could only hope the rest of the Commonwealth were having better luck than us. While we were gone, it turns out Rorican had also turned himself in for the murder of Wolfram, the King of Arthon. The trial happened during the ongoing hunt for Saps, and many of the Commonwealth were not even at the Acropolis. And well, let me just show you.
Down the wall and to the docks over there and grabbed a boat and then fled east in the river.
This is literally not skibbity. Alright.
I'm staying to watch
is Rory
Yes,
Sam.
I'll
see
the next Rory escapes.
If Rory escapes, bro, oh my god.
You know when you really just don't know what to say? It can't get any worse. Can it? I just don't know what to say. Overnight, the Commonwealth's reputation was tarnished. The Gauntlet lost faith in its leadership and now started to act on their own. Myself, Tiaki and Cosmic Chrome took it upon ourselves to regain some control. All the while, Zekor had strong beliefs that the Gauntlet could not be trusted, leading to an internal struggle between the two nations. Arthon were under the assumption that there was more to the death of their king that was yet to be discovered, and that 20JP and Phoebus had something to do with it, or at least knew of it. The citizens worked quietly on the Acropolis, knowing that they were being mocked by the other Island 2 nations, but had hopes that their image could yet be restored. But none of that mattered today, as Build Day loomed, a chance for the Gauntlet to escape politics and finally see what the other nations had been up to, and a chance for Bingo to expand his growing business, who together with Zuck93 had finished the construction on their bakery, marking the first and only business inside the Commonwealth. Unfortunately, peace did not last too long when Sitzkrieg stormed into the bakery, demanding resources and rummaging through Bingo's chests, only reigniting the Gauntlet's anger. In retaliation, Timebomb constructed a small prank to ward off any future attempts, though the message did not go so well, as this was deemed as an attempt on Sitzkrieg's life. A bounty was quickly put on his head so that he should be brought in to answer for his crime. Timebomb was now a wanted criminal. When we heard of this, we rushed back to the Acropolis, willing to throw our lives on the line to defend Timebomb. There was no way we were going to let him die, especially by the hands of Sitzkrieg. But before we got there, someone decided to take things into their own hands.
Yeah. I'm coming with. Yeah. Hey, if we're making enemies of the state, I have one more thing to add to our list of crimes. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I think it's more this way. I think it is.
I mean, if Sitz wants to go real with us, let's start a war. Ready for next day. Also, I'm coming with to buy food from Bingo. Wait!
They couldn't do that, right? It's Team MSG.
JP! JP! Alright, JP's dead.
Like the good man Timebomb was, he handed himself in, only to be murdered by our own leader, 20JP. In a rage, the Gauntlet broke off and headed towards their mining base, which had now become a temporary outpost. Civil war was on the horizon, but one thing was now crystal clear. 20JP was going to die. So a lot happened between day 6 and 7. Let me give you a rundown. Take a seat, because it's a lot. After Timebomb died and the day ended, 20JP announced his departure from the Gauntlet, denouncing the nation, his people and everything it stood for, in what would be an act of war. Not only that, but he stated that he was directly involved with the assassination of Wolfram, along with Feebaz, Tiaki, Cosmic Chrome and other Commonwealth leaders, as Wolfram allegedly had plans to overthrow the Commonwealth and become its president. The members of the Gauntlet who were innocent had a tough choice to make. 20JP already made himself an enemy, he was out of the question. But Tiaki and Cosmic Chrome, my two closest friends in the nation? I wasn't there for day 7, but here is what happened next. The moment day 7 began, the Gauntlet packed up, taking everything they had with them, leaving no clue behind as to where they were going. In truth, they headed to the old mining outpost and gathered there, planning their next steps and what to do with their Commonwealth traitors, knowing well that Sitzkrieg and Zekel were right on their doorstep. But all was not lost, as Feebaz had been in contact with Westhelm on Island 1. It wasn't much to go on, but it would keep us alive for a while longer. And so, with a trail of blood behind them, the Gauntlet headed north to the barren wastes of Island 1, leaving everything they had built behind. They arrived at the magnificent nation of West Helm, and to their surprise, met with the wanted criminal Saparata, who was also being harboured here. Naturally, he was cautious of a large group of Island 2 members approaching, but tensions between them relaxed after they shared a few words and realised that they were all in the same boat. Shortly after, they met with the leader of West Helm, Spood, who welcomed them in with open arms, gave them a tour, and eventually the colours of the nation, so they may begin their new lives as citizens of West Helm.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
I returned on day 8 with one thing on my mind: vengeance for timebomb. 20JP mocked us constantly from a secret hideaway somewhere, but that would end today, and I had a lead. After some Discord sweet talk, I was able to set up a meeting with him to discuss his demands, but I would not be going alone. Now that the truth came to light about certain Gauntlet members, I was wary of who I could trust. I couldn't risk word getting to JP of what I intended. I had to pick 2 people who were not part of Wolfram's assassination and who were loyal to the Gauntlet.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, nice to see some people. Yeah.
Go
Oh.
to Quartermaster, get a banner for your shield, bro.
Oh, sweet. Where is that?
Follow me.
Oh, okay.
How was the ride?
It was fine. I went the completely different way. I went 1,300, so that was great. And I was like, well, there's nothing here, it's just ocean.
The Kashuta gave me the West Helm colours while we waited for our second conspirator to arrive, and before long, we were ready to go. Zuck, Bingo's business partner, was more than happy to help avenge timebomb, and we immediately headed north while I filled them in on the plan.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
When we're close, you guys hold back, like maybe like if we're like within 200 blocks or something.
Okay.
You guys hold back. I'm gonna go just to check to see if he's there, which if we don't, I haven't told him I'm on my way yet. Haven't told him. I'm gonna tell him I'm there. I'm gonna tell him I'm on my way when I'm there.
No matter how good the plan was, we were still nervous. We split off near the meeting point where Zuck and Kashuta waited underground for my word, when I got a message from 20JP that could threaten the entire plan. Someone from Island 1 was lurking around that spooked him off, but with a good choice of words, I convinced him that the stranger was someone who lived nearby. With that, I was able to reel him back in, and so I waited, my knees weak and arms heavy, completely unaware that timebomb's killer was closer than I thought. He revealed himself to me as the night came, immediately telling me of his grand plan. Meanwhile, I was keeping my 2 allies closely informed. 20JP seemed to be none the wiser of what was about to happen.
I want to be able to. I want to fight Arthon and Mykonos. And then in exchange, I'll give you my life.
It didn't matter what was said, what plans or schemes he had possibly thought up. We came here to do one thing, and there was no backing out now. All I had to pray for was that Zuck and the Kashuta were ready.
Go, go, go.
For timebomb! For timebomb! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We got him, boys! We got him! We got him! We got him! Let's get out of here!
It was a complete success. 20 JP was dead, Timebomb had been avenged, and one loose end had been cleared up. He tried to surrender, but that was never an option. We headed back to West Helm victorious and emboldened that the Gauntlet could yet still survive. But with only a couple days left in the event, something bothered us when we returned to our friends. Despite all the welcomes and celebrations, the ultimatum we were given a few days ago still loomed in our minds. We weren't truly safe, not yet. Not while Sitzkrieg and Zekor were still out for our blood. Perhaps we had to act first. Tensions between the Commonwealth and West Helm had escalated to a near all-out war. Not only did they harbour the alleged criminal saps, but it was also known that they were harbouring us too. The Gauntlet had been paying West Helm their diamonds in exchange for safety. Now even that was not a guarantee for our survival. Zekor had given us the ultimatum that we turn over those responsible for Wolfram's death, or we all die, and Sitzkrieg was fully on board with this. We couldn't stay in Island 1, not with the growing Infernus situation and now the potential of other nations hunting us down. Things were looking very bleak. Questions were asked if we should go into hiding forever and hope that no one would find us. Perhaps the West Helm War would clear out our enemies. The future was uncertain, but after some discussion, we came to a conclusion that could benefit both the Gauntlet and West Helm. Throughout the Commonwealth Civil War, it was a known fact that the Gauntlet was heavily outnumbered with the combined armies of Mykonos and Arthon. There was no way we could fight them head on, but what we could do is destabilise the Commonwealth. They wouldn't expect us to return to the Acropolis. They wouldn't expect us to act first. We returned back to the shores of Island 2 and were met by some familiar faces. The remaining people of Ascoria had also defected the Commonwealth, feeling sympathetic towards our cause, and thanks to the work of Tiaki, they welcomed us with open arms, moving into our fort and turning it into a neutral ground, and also their new home. We ran over our plan one final time before splitting off into two groups. One would wait at the harbour side, south of the city. The other would wait under their very noses, the last place they would think to look, under the Acropolis itself. The goal? A double assassination on the two remaining Commonwealth leaders. To work, this would have to be pulled off within 30 seconds of one another. We couldn't chance one of them escaping. And so we waited patiently, while Oleg, another Gauntlet member, fed us constant information of when to strike.
Zekor's still at the West Helm.
Like they did it.
Zekor's
They wanted to do a para L case.
I mean, there's only like 3 people around him.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. That's
I
has to go.
Who, Zekor or Sitz, or both?
Oh.
Where's Zekor going?
He's going off island.
He's going down the stairs here.
Oh, okay. They probably might.
Where's Sitz at the minute?
I don't have an eye on him. I was sticking to Zachar now because I can't see him anymore. Because Zachar is basically alone. I'm following him. Oh, that's one.
Can we get overclocked in to get an eye on?
We may end up executing here on Zachar in a minute.
If he leaves.
He's alone.
But he's in the village now. There's one guy with him. Oh, he's moving away. Okay, Zachar is literally AFK and alone. Do I lava bucket him? Okay, now he's back. He's in the village. Down the village.
See no names. Let's unpack for a second.
Yeah, let's go. Is that him?
Zachar is.
Nice.
Let's go.
Okay, we're going.
What's going on?
There's one name in the Acropolis. Someone's coming. Here's the Acropolis.
Yo.
There's a guy right there.
What's going on, man?
Oh, he saw us. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
What are you guys doing here?
Where in the fucking thing? Where in the village? Where?
I'm running up the stairs behind him.
There's a person up there.
Someone's supposed to kill himself there, I don't know.
Someone is suicide.
He's running. He's gonna make it back. He's gonna make it back.
Did you try killing him?
Oleg, leave it.
Hey, they got this.
He's trying to kill Zachar. Zachar's that way.
Guys, help me out.
Go for Zachar.
Got him.
Yes!
Run!
Go!
Right, let's go get Sits. Sits is over here. He's over here. Sits. Get him. Right now, execute.
The Gauntlet!
After Zechor died, Arthon finally withdrew themselves from the Commonwealth. And as for Sitz, well, he escaped. And it was shortly after our assassination attempt that Westhelm arrived with their army, but he was already gone. Sitzkrieg took it upon himself to disband the Commonwealth. He and the small loyal forces he had left went to Infernus for his own safety. And well, the other conflicts, national and international, also seemed to revolve around Westhelm and Infernus. Not that we had much to do with that now. Westhelm laid siege to Infernus. Some of the Gauntlet members marched with them to either finally finish the job on Sitz, and others sought to see the Commonwealth destroyed for good. Others, like me, stayed behind. Dismantling the Commonwealth was our final task, to see the end of corruption and the values of the invisible hand met. And we were successful, but I find myself looking back at what we had accomplished in our brief time together. And also what we had lost in the pursuit of our goals. After a long journey, the Gauntlet disbanded. Arthon would likely never stop hunting us for the murder of their king. And while our belief was wavered by the betrayal of our prophet, it was up to us to preserve the words of the invisible hand that we knew and kept close to our hearts. But now our attention turned elsewhere, to some distant land offshore, where corruption had spread its roots deep underground.